Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham News and Update show for Thursday, January 18th. Yes, 2 days away from playing Newport County at the Rodney Parade Welsh Derby. Yeah, get that out. Rodney Parade, Welsh Derby, Newport County. Yes. Excited to talk about that a little bit. We'll have a preview show tomorrow. But as you can see on the thumbnail today, we're going to talk about some transfers. Better Call McCall. One of my favorite shows, Better Call Saul. As you can see, it's a play on words there for Macaulay Longstaff. A little history there. Great article today from goal.com. Actually, it was yesterday. But, yeah, Macaulay Longstaff, who's a baller. There's a possibility he could be coming. I don't think so, but it's a good article. It's a really good article. We'll talk about that. Talk about Parkinson traveling down to Newport County for the game tomorrow and an influx of fans. Also, we're going to flip to the women's side a little bit. Steve Dale has his 50th game in charge over the weekend for Wrexham women. So that's pretty cool to see. Jacob Mendy briefly. And there's an article on The Athletic, which we're going to briefly touch on. And then, just a news and note thing. Troy Deeney got the sack. Troy Deeney got the sack after like 4 days. No, it's not 4 days. I'm being a jerk. Troy Deeney got the sack. I'm going to go. Troy Deeney got the sack. After 6 matches in charge. Yeah, 6 matches in charge. And that's just not enough time. He had an article this morning, and I guess we'll start with that. Why not? We're already here. Article this morning, who lasted 29 days in his first match, accused of his players after Saturday's home loss for hiding and being scared. It added the team was full of sulkers. He actually went out afterwards and said he should not have slammed the players so much and accepted that his emotions got the best of it. So Troy Deeney, who I do like, good footballer, played well for Watford, good championship player, and it just unfortunately didn't work out for him at Forest Green Rovers. Yeah, Troy Deeney's out, and that's too bad. So that's what we'll talk about that. And then we'll talk about, we're going to get into a preview show tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be the preview show. If we can get enough, I'm hoping we get some quotes. Today we had to pivot too, by the way, because I wanted to get on Richard from the Leader. I wanted to get him on. Richard Williams didn't work out. No one wants to talk to me. Let's talk to myself. Talk to everyone here. Talk to myself. Talk to you guys. But I do like Richard's reporting. I think he's great. I think he's fantastic. So Richard at Leader Rich on X. He's great. I will get him on the show. We just, didn't work out. So anyways, let's get into the show. Like, share, subscribe. Tell everyone you know. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your dog. Tell your grandpa. Tell your cat. On our way to 1,000 subs. Really appreciate all the support, especially Mike and especially Mike and Wade. Shout out to Mike and Wade. They're always on the show. They do halftime with us, and we contact all week. Get involved in the Discord as well. Discord. I re-updated the Discord link, so it's not expired. I don't know why they do that, but it's not expired. So get involved in the Discord. We chat during the week. It's fun. It's fun to keep involved. Keep talking to people during the week. So get involved, and in the chat too. If you haven't noticed, I'm really active on the chat. You write me a message, I'll write you back. I really enjoy the interaction. It's a lot of fun. I love this, and we're growing. We're on our way. We're growing. So thank you, everyone. All right, enough of me babbling. Let's talk about this. Better Call McCall. I love it. Better Call McCall. I was giggling at it when I saw it this morning. It's like, that's not true. Okay, cool. So a lot of history here. There's some past histories here. And we're going to talk about this goal.com article. It says, Wrexham eyeing goal machine, Macaulay Longstaff from League Two rivals Notts County, who just lost their manager. And Notts County were awesome last year. Wrexham eyeing goal machine, Macaulay Longstaff from League Two rivals Notts County, months after he was told to F off by Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. That is a headline. I love it. But the guy is a baller. Before I get into the article, real quick, I'm going to tell you what Macaulay has done this year so far. So he's 26 years old. He is a center forward. He's English. 26 appearances, 19 goals, 3 assists. 26 appearances, 19 goals, 3 assists. That is a machine. I think he had 41 goals last year, 43 goals, something like that. He is Skynet of National League last year. And so far right now, he's the Skynet of League Two. He's kicking ass. I really like this player. And this would be a coup. I know we've been talking about some of the We've been talking about some of the players. We're kind of waiting. Does it fit the dressing room stuff? But how do you drag this guy away from Notts County, who are not doing that? I think they're in. I'm going to check where they're at. Notts County are in. Let's see where they're at here. 6th. Notts County are in 6th, so they're still battling for promotion. Let me click. This is not big, but I do like the title, Better Call McCall. Like I said, one of my favorite shows, Better Call Saul. If we can pry him away, I think that will just, we're looking for a striker. We talk about Hale, but if we get this guy over the line, that'd be impressive. That'd be really impressive. Could it happen? I don't know. It's a lot of rumors and hearsay and just getting some information. That's why I'd love to have Richard on to talk about it. But we can get him away. Oh my God, yeah, he's good for the next few years for us to move forward and what we want to do. So, but let's. I think he's about 400,000, 500,000. It says on transfer market. But the guy's a baller. I'd love to see him in the red. Be fantastic. He's great. But let's talk about him. So most productive players in 23-24, top 4 tiers. Number 1, Adam Armstrong that's our Southampton championship side. He's got 25 goals plus assists. Macaulay Longstaff is tied with him, 25 goals and assists. So 25 goals, 5 assists. So and Adam Armstrong has 14 goals and 11 assists. So Macaulay Longstaff in the position where he's in, this guy can ball. I'm surprised, and there are other teams after him. We're going to talk about that too in the article. But he's tied with Adam Armstrong, who is for Southampton. In 3rd place is Mohamed Salah. Never heard of him. Actually, he went off injured today. I hope he's okay. And yes, Liverpool. Yeah, I hope he's okay. You don't want to go see players get injured. But Mohamed Salah is number 3. He's got 22 goals and assists. So he's got 14 goals and 8 assists. So Macaulay Longstaff is just he has that knack. He can get in the goal, get a goal. He can pop up with an assist, and he's a baller. So if this can come off, crazy. But let's talk about this article here. I think it was really interesting, especially when jokingly Ryan and Rob, when we were going through last year with Notts County trying to get promotion. Jokingly, they told him to F off, but it wasn't like that. So it was like a name check. But says despite owners Rob and Ryan McElhenney, Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds telling him to F off months ago, Wrexham are eyeing a move for Notts County Macaulay Longstaff. And so the Welsh side have shown interest in signing the 26-year-old from their League 2 rivals in the January transfer window. The attacker has scored amazing 19 goals in 26 league matches this season, adding another in the FA Cup. And what Ryan and Rob had said, and this is in the article too, this is like when they were coming up last year. It's Longstaff impressed for County last season when they battled Wrexham for National League title and were promoted alongside them, with the Red Dragons being crowd champions. Yes. Longstaff's name came up in a discussion on the Welcome to Wrexham documentary, who won 5 docs, by the way. And I have actually an article up here about how in the Athletic, how they think that this can help out the team and promote eyes on League 2, League 1, and you can see everyone wants to buy a football club, and why wouldn't they? It's amazing. This is awesome. But moving on, so this is a quote: Macaulay Longstaff, he can F off, McElhenney said of him. Ryan's then added, "Yeah, God, that guy is good. He's handsome as F." Sorry, I'm trying not to swear. That doesn't sound right. Well, he's handsome as F. He looked like he could be in Peaky Blinders. So, the quick-witted, both Ryan and Rob had mentioned Macaulay Longstaff, how good he is, and he is good. And that says something. It's like they know who he is if he's available. Maybe because of the manager leaving and going to Cardiff City. Maybe there's an opportunity if we can get him. Now, this would be like similarly. I would say, thinking back, it's kind of like a Berbatov going to United, but that was a summer transfer window. Now, bigger would be maybe it's a Tevez going to Manchester United, something like that, or now like a Holland going from a City to United, or a Liverpool right now would be like a Salah there, or Arsenal losing, I don't know, Odegaard and going to Spurs, something. So this is big. And can we get him? I don't know, but the quotes are interesting. Obviously the Ryan and Rob and the rest of the team yesterday, as you can see, like passing that test, passing the value test. He definitely passes the test on the pitch. Can we get it over the line financially? Will Notts County sell to a rival? Because we're rivals at this point, and all those things need to come into play. So on that note, it's like, what's the bigger picture here? Sorry, text message, apologies. The bigger picture, Wrexham will face a battle to lure the forward from Notts County. However, because they're obviously rivals, championship side Birmingham and Sunderland have also been linked, as well as League One teams Peterborough and Derby County. Listen, he's not going to the Posh. I don't think he go. And Derby County, I don't think so. I'd rather come to Wrexham. So what's next? Obviously, we're in action against Newport. So can this happen? I'm going to put it at 5 out of 10. Would I want it to happen? 10 out of 10. I do. Because he's got the right age, he's got the right attitude, and he's a goal scorer. He's an assist, and he's a goal scorer. So I'd love it to happen. So better call McCall. Another text message. I'm going to put that on mute. How's that? Mute. Done. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. What else do we have going on? Next up is this is from Richard Williams and the Leader, and this has to do with Parkinson as we travel down to Newport County. Yes, we're going down to Rodney Parade on Saturday. We will be live 10 minutes before, 7 a.m. So it's a 3 a.m. kickoff. Match day 27, I believe. Let's double check that on my notes here. We are in match day 27. Yes, match day 27. And we are traveling down to take on Newport County. Tomorrow will be the preview show. If we can get quotes from Parkinson and everybody before the show, we're going to do that. We'll do a Parkinson pregame presser, or we'll just do a preview show, whatever. But we'll do that. So Parkinson was talking before the match tomorrow. I said Wrexham faced Newport County in the Welsh Derby at Rodney Parade, and they were talking about the crowds in this. And yes, we have a lot of interest from all over the world, and also people that want to go to see games. So essentially, and we'll get into the article in a second. Essentially, what's happening here is like local supporting fans cannot get tickets to the race course because it's just getting sold out and things, you're not on the list or whatever it is. So people are going to the away matches. So, and this article is talking about the sellout crowd and people are traveling there. So I would assume that maybe some people from around the world are traveling to the away games. That's what I'm hearing. They're traveling to away games to go watch the team play, which is great. I mean, any support for the club away is even better because, as you can see in most of the articles from some of the hey, thanks. Sorry, my cat woke up. As you can see in some of the articles, it's like the team members, in the, like, Gio talked about it after one of the matches recently. Gio talked about it. He's like, we know we can hear you guys when we're away. We're very aware of it. It's very good. It helps them out. So it's not that often where you can go travel away and have such solid support, especially for, like I said, a League Two club. But people are traveling well from around the world to come watch it. And this is kind of what the article briefed on a little bit. Phil Parkinson insists we won't be fazed by another sellout crowd on their travels. Bumper to bumper. Here we go. There we go. Let me start over that. Bumper crowds are the norm at the racecourse, but opponents are also shifting tickets in big numbers for home games against the Reds. And that will be, again, the case for Saturday's Welsh Derby against Newport County and at Rodney Parade. So Parkinson says Wrexham are used to playing in front of full houses, yes, and will relish the atmosphere for the League Two showdown. So, there's a lot of eyes on us. There really is. But what's great about that, there are a lot of eyes on us, but maintaining focus. And Parkinson's going to talk about that real quick. Quote from Parkinson. He says, "We said it many times. Every time you go somewhere, it's the biggest attendance of the respected club's season. It is not something which is going to faze us because every time we play at home, attendance. Every time we play at home, we play in front of a sellout crowd, and we have done away. So the lads are used to that type of atmosphere. It's going to be a competitive game with no quarter given. I'm absolutely sure of that. I don't know, no quarter given. Never heard that. It's going to be a competitive game with no quarter given. I'm absolutely sure of that. We've got to learn the lessons from the home games and analyze the game, what we did well and what we can do better, and go there and keep our run going. So obviously we're unbeaten in 24. He's talking about that. And yes, you think about it. We're not going to win every game. We're going to do our best to win every game, and he wants to, keep the positivity going. And yes, there's a documentary and all that stuff, and but it's about what's on the pitch, and he talks about it here. The club's popularity has soared all over the world since Hollywood stars Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney completed a takeover at the racecourse in February 21, and the impact of Welcome to Wrexham doc. Yes, obviously. Okay, so we're talking about that. Having extra fans taking interest in Wrexham is something that Parkinson has embraced. So you would think so. Think about in the States here, they have what is it in American football? They have Hard Knocks. Some teams do not want. I don't want cameras. I don't want anything. And that's American football. They don't want it, but they've done it with the Dallas Cowboys. They've done it recently with the Dolphins. Some managers do not want cameras. I want to be able to cuss and get at the players and do our thing and not let it go out. But Parkinson seems to be embracing that. Sunderland Till I Die is a cool example of getting involved. I think if you embrace it and you're able to block it out, and I think at this point we're in season 3 of this, the recording right now, that is probably part of the process. So you got to be able to block it out. You got to do that. You got to block it out. So he goes on to say there's a lot of interest in the club, Parkinson said. Sometimes on our travels, you get a lot of neutral fans as well, just coming to have a look, which is great. It is great. We're enjoying every minute of it. There's always people coming to see Wrexham for the first time. They may be struggling to check tickets at the racecourse, as I mentioned, so they come and watch us away at games. It is great. Yeah, it is great. Think about that. We can't, and it's not great. It's not great that people can't get tickets to go see the home games because, yes, the local team, the local supporters, you have every right to get their tickets and go watch the matches, i.e. like Sean was talking about how Sean Winter was talking about getting tickets to some games. It's a pain in the butt, and I'm sure it is. And they should get, I don't want to say preference, but they've been supporting the team a lot longer than myself and others, and you want to give credit to that. So if you can't get it there, you go and travel away. I'm planning on traveling this year to go see a match. If I have to go to a away match, I'll go to a away match. And if I can't get to the racecourse, I'd love to. Although I do want to get to the last match of the season against Stockport. So, but this is saying a lot of great things here, and I'm really enjoying how Parkinson just manages expectations, and also is almost thinking like 360. It's like, he's like almost one step ahead of the questions they're going to be asking him. So moving on, he says, Parkinson says there is a certain responsibility of putting on that Wrexham shirt, not just locally, but in a wider arena. The lads are handling it brilliantly. They take it in stride, and we are really enjoying the season. There is so much football to be played. Yeah, we're only in January. So much football to be played, and our focus is purely on the next game, which is Newport County. Yes, love that. This guy, man, run through a brick wall for him. I would love to. And he's saying a lot of great things. So that's very interesting in how that walks and how they walk to other grounds, and they know that the support is there, and they know they're going to get big crowds. And from that Ollie interview that he had on with Raj on Men in Blazers, you could see it. Everyone from Maca, they have such great character, and they know what's going on. All right, let's move on a little bit. This is Steve Dale. So this is the women's manager. Interview on the website. Will Pritchard at Will Pritchard 19 at Will Pritchard 19. He did the. He's on X, and so an interview with Steve Dale ahead of Cardiff City, and the women are also traveling south as well. Dale discusses landmark match and trip to Cardiff City Stadium this weekend, and he's his 50th match in charge. Sunday's match against Cardiff City at the Cardiff City Stadium is set to be a moment of celebration for Wrexham AFC women's manager Steve Dale, who will record his 50th game in charge of the team since taking up the role in 2021. Congratulations to him. Big milestone. We talk about milestones. Griffith talks about milestones a lot too. Speaking about the landmark, Dale said, "It's a great achievement for myself. I'm really proud and honored to be doing this role, and I can't thank the club enough for the faith that they put me in 49 games ago. It's a fantastic opportunity, and I love the journey so far." Good. We're looking forward to build on what we have done so far and continue to gain the success on the women's with the women's team. He was appointed at the role for an interim basis, and later permanent, following a run of successful results. He's gone on to win the Gennaro Adrian North title, gain promotion via the Adrian League playoff final against Britain Ferry, Lansdowell. I'm getting killed on my Welsh, Lansdowell, and I appreciate everyone in the messages. As you can see, people write me messages. I'll help you with your Welsh, and I do appreciate that. And how to pronounce things. I'm so appreciative. So if I butcher things, just correct me, and I really greatly appreciate it. I have an ego, but my ego's not that big. So please help me and correct me. I appreciate it. Speaking about his side's success, says Dale, I think the belief was always there, but we probably didn't believe that it would happen so quick. Taking over as interim and going on the run that we did in the first season, to then go and win the league and playoff final in my second season is something that we worked towards. So we have a longer term plan, he says, to achieve it, but to achieve it in that short space of time is something that I look back on with immense pride. I'm really happy that we managed to get into that position, because you can see that we're thriving on and doing well in the league above. So congrats to him. Congrats to Steve Dale. You can also watch the women's games. They are on the iFollow. If you have an iFollow, you can watch the women's games. They are also live. So it's exciting to see that we care about the men's and the women's team. I think it's very important, especially going to Club 360. So go check that out. They're playing this weekend as well. Check out the women's team. It's 2 derbies this weekend, so traveling down for there. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. I apologize. Okay, lastly, before we talk about let me just brief on this real quick before I talk about Mendy. This is an Athletic article, so apparently you have to subscribe to the Athletic article, but it says, welcome to Wrexham's Emmy Awards could lead to more on-pitch success. Almost exactly 6 months to the day since Wrexham's footballers invaded Hollywood Boulevard and Mass, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, they won 5 Emmys. Congratulations to everybody on it. I think that's great. They're talking about that, but I think what the crux of this Athletic article, before it cuts out on me, and I don't have the subscription, is that they're talking about this could lead to more success on the pitch, bringing more eyeballs. As of course, there's going to be more eyeballs. So interesting article to say the Emmy success will lead to more success on the pitch. Like I said, I haven't read the whole article, but I thought it was very interesting tie-in there. And maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But at the end of the day, it's we got to win on the pitch. I remember I did interview Humphrey Kerr over the summer, and I said, hey, how does this all work out? He was like, we need to win football matches. So, yeah, movies, TV, all that stuff. And, it's great to compartmentalize that stuff. And I think that Humphrey and the rest of the team does. Obviously, here from Parkinson doing that. Great to compartmentalize that. But the glam and the glory, it's okay, you got to say, okay, this is entertainment. And this is football, and yes, football is entertainment, but Humphrey did say, we need to win football matches. It's not just about the documentary. That just brought eyes to us, and it helped the club out, and it helped the town, and helped the people out. But we need to win football matches. So that's essentially what I'm gathering from the Athletic article. So really interesting. If you have the Athletic, if you subscribe to it, which I probably should, I might do it. Go check it out. That's another article about Wrexham. But lastly, we're going to talk about Jacob Mendy, who is away on international duty, and this is cool. He's international watch. Jacob Mendy at AFCON. Mendy. Check this out. 26 years old. Mendy could become the first ever Wrexham AFC player to appear at AFCON tomorrow. Fantastic. Jacob Mendy could feature. This comes from Matt Waters, X. This is on the Wrexham website, but the credit to Matt Waters 02. That's his follow at Matt Waters 02. Jacob Mendy could feature for the Gambia tomorrow. Feature for Gambia tomorrow. Sorry, I'm a bit dyslexic, but for the Gambia tomorrow evening. Sorry about that. Jacob Mendy could feature for the Gambia tomorrow. I'm going to read it what it says. Evening when they take on Guinea in their second group game for the African Cup of Nations, AFCON. He remained as an unused substitution in the Scorpions Open. The Scorpions are the nickname in the Scorpions opener against tournament holders Senegal on Monday after falling to a 3-0 defeat. So they lost their first match. So he's 27 years old. My bad. I think he just had a birthday. Should the 27-year-old defender make an appearance on Friday night, tomorrow night, he'd become the first ever Wrexham AFC player to be represented at the AFCON. Huge, huge, huge. Not only that, but he'd be the second player in club's history to feature at a major tournament, as Dennis Lawrence did for Trinidad and Tobago in the 2006 World Cup. Tomorrow night's opposition for the Thomas Saintfiet's side kickstarted their campaign with a 1-1 draw against Cameroon. So after only one fixture in the group stage has been played, there's plenty of opportunities for the Scorpions to progress in the tournament. The fixture at the Stade Charles Koenen will broadcast on Sky. So he's playing tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Big milestones. We talk about milestones all the time. Jacob Mendy could feature for Gambia tomorrow night and be the first Wrexham AFC player to play in the AFCON. So I hope he gets on the pitch. He's a good player. I really like him. I like him better on the right than the left, but he is a good player, and I wish him all the best, and I wish Gambia all the best. Although I do love to get him back, but we do have Barnett and Ford coming up and playing well too. So yeah, good luck to him tomorrow night. Okay, that is gonna do it for today. Tomorrow is Friday, so we're gonna do a weekender. Welcome to the weekend. Like, share, subscribe, everybody. Appreciate it. Get in the chat, get involved. You can talk to me. I'm always there. This is a fun one. A lot to get into. Better call McCall, Macaulay Longstaff. In the chat, get in there. Do you think it'll happen? Do you think it won't happen? Are we just chasing a dream, or are we, maybe we're just going to get one over on him, bring over, go and get the best player? It's like, why not? Why not bring over a fantastic player? Don't know if it'll happen, but we'll see. Tomorrow, like I said, will be the preview show. And then Saturday we're live. So looking forward to the next couple of days. So on that bombshell, I will see you all tomorrow.